You know, when you got more than one 3D printer, there's always at least one that's not working. Hey there, adventurers. Welcome back to Short Rest Studios. This week's going to be a little bit different. Had some issues with clogging in my Bambu Lab X1C. I'm going to show you how I troubleshot the clogging issues that I had. Check it out. All right, to begin with, I removed the magnetic cover already, which you can see there on the left, and I've already removed one of the two screws that hold the hot end in, and I'm now removing the second one with a teeny tiny Allen wrench. I know my hands are in the way, but please believe me, I am removing a screw right now. So once I get this little black screw removed from the extruder, I'm going to gently pull down on the hot end to remove it from the assembly. And you want to be really gentle because it does have, wires connecting it that you don't want to break. So you just kind of gently wiggle and pull down, and you can see there is a chunk of filament just hanging out there. So I'm taking that out, but the issue's been clogging. I don't think that was the clog, because I think it would have been a lot harder to pull out if it was.
I don't like it. It was too easy.
So now I am using a heat gun, and I'm heating up an even tinier Allen wrench, because one of the things that Bambu Lab suggests that you do if your nozzle is clogged is heat up a very small Allen wrench or something like that and put it into the top of the hot end where the filament feeds into it, and that hot piece of metal will pick up any melted filament that got stuck in there. So that's what I'm doing here, and it's kind of hard for me to see in there, and it's going to be hard for you to see in a second, but I'm doing exactly that. And spoiler alert, I did not find any more filament stuck in the nozzle. So on to the next thing. Since the nozzle doesn't seem to be the source of the problem, I'm just going to go ahead and put it back in. So gently kind of push those wires into place and push the hot end back into its seated position, and I'm going to put those screws back in. And while I'm doing that, if you are getting some value out of this video, it would really mean a lot to me if you hit that like button. It helps other people get to see the video, and it gives me some affirmation. I get to know that you are getting something out of what I'm doing, and that really, guys, means a whole lot to me. And on top of that, if you're having any 3D printer issues, FDM or resin, please drop them in the comments. Maybe we can help each other out. Maybe I can help you out, or maybe somebody else in the Short Rest Studios community out there can help you out with your issue. After trying a couple of other things, which I realized after the fact were pretty dumb because they wouldn't have solved the problem, I took the whole thing apart again, because I think I saw something inside the PTFE tube here. So I am now pressing down the little ring at the top of the extruder that holds that PTFE tube in, and I'm going to pop the tube out and see if I can remove whatever is in there. And there it goes. Looks like I cut it, but I promise I didn't. I just popped it out the way you're supposed to. And there is a big old strand of filament stuck in that PTFE tube. So it looks like my filament got too wet or too dry or too cold, or maybe it was just weak right there at that particular spot on the spool, and it broke off inside the PTFE tube while I was printing. And I'm going to go ahead and replace that tube now, and to do that you just push it in and press down the little ring as you're doing so, and it's in there. It's not going anywhere.
Aren't you forgetting something?
And then just make sure you put everything back together before you try to print anything, because that could go badly. There you go, some quick and easy troubleshooting tips for your X1C if you got one of these bad boys at home. I love this printer, but like any 3D printer, once in a while you're going to run into some issues and you got to figure out how to deal with them, right? Hey, do me a favor, if you found this video helpful, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below if you got any other issues that maybe you want to figure out how to deal with. Maybe we can help each other out. See you next time on Short Rest Studios.